my love, open the door.
When people keep repeating that you will never fall in love, when everybody keeps retreating, but you can't seem to get enough. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. When everything feels all over, everybody seems unkind, I'll give you a 4-leaf clover. Take all worry out of your mind. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. Let my love open the door. 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 The only key to your heart that can stop it from falling apart. Try today, you'll find this way. Come on and give me a chance to say, let my love open the door. It's all I'm living for. Release yourself from misery. There's only one thing gonna set you free. That's my love. That's my love. Open the door. Let my love 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 open the door. When tragedy befalls you, don't let it drag you down. Love can cure your problems. You're so lucky I'm around. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart.
Welcome to Valley Unitarian Universalist Congregation. My name is Obi Duru, he, him, and I am grateful to have the opportunity to be your worship associate this morning. Let's take a moment to acknowledge each other here in this physical space, here in our sanctuary together in person, as well as our VUU friends and family that are joining us via the digital space of YouTube. Let's give them a quick wave. They up there? There we go. Whether you're here in person or are at home watching on a screen, you are welcome here. Whether your resources and contributions to VUU are your time, your talents, or your treasures, you are welcome here. Whether you come with joy overflowing or a spirit in need of renewal, you are welcome here. Whether you've been part of this congregation for decades or are joining us for the first time today, you are welcome here. Speaking of which, if you are new to VUU and Unitarian Universalism, please join us at our welcome circle after service. It's to my right, underneath the sign, if you're interested in learning more. It's likely, if you are new and visiting us today, that you are interested in building community in some capacity. Building community involves feeling connected right at the outset. So if you are new and are up for receiving an extra warm welcome in this moment, please stand or wave so that we can see who you are and say hi. Thank you. Feel free to grab a snack and or beverage before coming over after service. Doug, are you here? There's Doug. Doug will be facilitating our welcome circle today, so look for him. Now, to help us stay connected, we do invite you to take a moment to sign in using the visitor's QR code. It's up on the screen. It's also available on the back of the VUU brochure. A few standing announcements. So pastoral care. Each week, we have trained pastoral care associates who are available for anyone needing support or a listening ear. This Sunday, we have, in the sanctuary, we have Carl Anderson. There's Carl. And then online, we'll have Magnus Hawthorne. Both of them will be responsible for pastoral care this coming week, and you can contact the pastoral group at any time at pastoralcare@vuu.org. And then Caring Neighbors. So Caring Neighbors works to foster a loving and caring community in which VUU members and friends nurture, support, and assist each other through life's joys and trials. Things like meals, social gatherings, occasional rides. They can be reached at caringneighbors@vuu.org. Now, today's service is an opportunity to reflect on how we share our gifts with one another. Of course, part of this revolves around the reality of the need to support our community with financial resources, but let's frame this reality around what it means to care for what we love. We go to work every day so that we have the resources to adequately take care of ourselves, our families, our friends. And if you're one of the lucky ones, the work itself can bring great joy. But often, it's what our work makes possible, that time and space to connect with others, that truly enriches our lives. Caring for this community works much the same way. It shows up in the compassion we offer each other, the time we share when someone needs help, and the imagination we bring as we envision what VUU can continue to grow into. We're stronger together when each of us gives of themselves in whatever way feels right. These gifts allow us to nurture the roots of this shared space, and today we'll get to hear from a few of our congregants regarding their own personal experiences of the nurturing that takes place here at VUU. So as we begin our service, let's think about how we can continue to facilitate belonging, how we can continue to facilitate connections within our different shared spaces, how we can continue to sustain one another and say yes to the promise of community. Together, let's continue building something larger than ourselves, one act of care at a time. And with that spirit of shared commitment and hope, let's begin by lighting our chalice. We kindle this flame, symbol of our faith, for the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of love, which calls us to work for justice. Hello? Who's there? Justice is calling. Perfect timing. Languages of Gratitude by Reverend Michelle Collins. We arrive carrying the familiar ache of not enough time, not enough rest, not enough certainty about what's coming next. But here in the space between one breath and another, something small and persistent whispers, "You are held." We come from days that felt too ordinary to notice: commutes, meetings, dishes, deadlines, the unremarkable hours that make up most of living. But buried in the mundane lie small miracles we walk past without seeing. Some of us learn to count blessings on our fingers, others to whisper thanks to ancestors or earth or sky. We carry different languages of gratitude, different ways of recognizing what sustains us. All of them are welcome here.
The Spirit Choir singers to come forward. We have two new people today, Carl and Guri. This song is Heart Wide Open. We've sung it before. We want you to join us as we sing it together. So please rise in body or spirit.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Sarah Oglesby Dunnigan. I'm the settled minister here, she, her, she, they. And this morning, I'm starting with good news and some sad news. The good news is we have hired a new faith formation director. And if you're part of the hiring team, would you stand up if you're in the room? So Roz, Katie, Dan Schulte, let's see how good my memory is as I'm standing here. Sophie, Peñate, and myself. Did I miss somebody, y'all? Krista, thank you, Krista. I didn't see you stand up, Krista. There we go. So these fine folks went through a long process. We had over 20 applicants. We interviewed 5. and 3 got a second interview, and this person was the person who came to the top of that list for all of us. Unfortunately, their mom is on hospice, and they got the call yesterday that they needed to go be with mom. So they were planning to be with us this morning and introduce themselves. Actually, they had a really cute costume they were going to wear that I think the kids would have loved, but we will wait until they get back from being with their mom. But here's the introduction they wanted me to share with you. I would like to meet everyone at a later time. Thank you for your flexibility. Will Bliss joins our congregation as a faith formation director with decades of lived experience building community with children of all ages as an educator, program director, and a community care provider. They come to us with a robust family lineage of childhood educators and ministers. As an immigrant and a survivor of interpersonal and institutional abuse, a trans queer parent of 2, and a disabled from long COVID, they look forward to bringing their compassion for a safe and accessible world to the incredible community that VUU already is. Will Bliss's underlying values, which fuels their everyday, land back is the goal, liberation is the key, love is the way. Could that not be more perfect for someone who's going to work with us? So Will Bliss, Kim, you'll read more about them in happenings this week. I was giving you a little teaser this last week, but I look forward to you all meeting them soon. And some of you met them yesterday because we were painting their office and the music director office. Good stuff. Thank you to my painters. I would like to invite any young at heart or children to come join me up here for a story. Is there anybody who wants to hang out with me for a story? So this story, I know, let's just do it every time. See, you can keep the ongoing record of how short I really am. Hello, friends. So this month we are nurturing gratitude. And this story is not only about the importance of noticing small and ordinary things, but also how to be grateful for them as well. So, when Mrs. Klein told her first graders to draw a picture of something about which they were thankful, she thought about how little these children who lived in a deteriorating neighborhood actually had to be thankful for. She knew that most of the class would draw pictures of turkeys or of bountifully laden Thanksgiving tables, and that was what they believed was expected of them. What took her aback was Douglas's picture. Douglas was so forlorn and likely to be found close in her shadow as they went outside for recess. So you can sort of imagine. Mrs. Klein's walking around and Douglas sticks real close to her. So Douglas's drawing was simply this. It was a hand. But whose hand? The class was actually captivated by this image. So they started to guess about it. One kid said, "I think it must be the hand of God that brings us food." A farmer, said another, because they grow the turkeys. Those are pretty good guesses. It looks more like a policeman, and they protect us, I think, said Lavinia, who was always so serious. That is supposed to be all the hands that help us, but Douglas could only draw one of them. Mrs. Klein had almost forgotten Douglas and her pleasure at finding the class so receptive. What do you think the hand could have been of? If it was one of you, what would you guess? What would you guess, Julia? Could have been his hand, yeah. Anybody else have a guess of whose hand it was? So, when she had the others at work on another project, she bent over his desk and asked him whose hand it was. And he mumbled back to her, "It's yours, teacher." Oh, that made me teary. And then Mrs. Klein recalled that she had taken Douglas by the hand from time to time. She often did that with the children. And so one of the things I love about this story, friends, is that Douglas's drawing reminds us that gratitude isn't always about the big or the widely known. It's about the deepest gratitude that comes to us for things that are ordinary, for good friends, for people who help us, for that one special person that always makes sure that you are taken care of. Yeah, I hope each of you has somebody like that in mind, maybe several. So for the teacher, that didn't seem like an extraordinary thing. That's just, she was like doing her job, right? But for Douglas, it meant everything in the world. And that's worth giving thanks for, right? So today in your classes, you're going to be talking about nurturing gratitude. And we're going to sing you out to the Sesame Street song. And let me get your lights.
Oh, we don't have the luxury of living on Sesame Street. We are a community, and today's all about belonging in that community. So,
turn them on.
2, 3, and
Sunny days chasing the clouds away.
No.
On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
You got one?
Come and play. Everything's okay. Friendly neighbors there. That's where we meet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street?
Well, good morning, everyone. I am Reverend Lydia Ferrante Roseberry. This is my second time this fall being able to worship with you, and I whispered to Sarah as we started this morning, I just feel so happy to be here. So I am a consultant with the Stewardship for Us consulting team. We are affiliated with the UUA, and I see my job as coming in and helping congregations thrive by helping them with their stewardship, which has to do with our lane of that is the financial capacities of the congregation. I spent yesterday with a very beautiful group of folks doing a training for cottage meetings, which you'll be hearing about a little later, and I'm just here today to worship with you and offer you a centering meditation. I use she, her pronouns, and I live in Colorado, in the land of the Arapaho, the Sioux, the Cheyenne, and the Ute. I picked this poem, When Giving is All We Have. It's something we use a lot in Stewardship for Us, but yesterday I thought, well, let me just look this up and see who this Alberto Rios is. He is an ASU professor and was the Arizona inaugural poet laureate. So it was just this lovely, I love when those little moments of grace happen. So here are his words. When giving is all we have. One river gives its journey to the next. We give because someone gave to us. We give because nobody gave to us. We give because giving has changed us. We give because giving could have changed us. We have been better for it. We have been wounded by it. Giving has so many faces. It is loud and quiet, big though small, diamond in wood nails. Its story is old, the plot worn, and the pages too. But we read this book anyway, over and again. Giving is first and every time, hand to hand, mine to yours, yours to mine. You gave me blue and I give you yellow. Together we are simple green. You gave me what you did not have, and I gave you what I had to give. Together we made something greater from the difference. I invite you into a few moments of prayerful meditation about your own relationship to giving. Perhaps a time when you gave more than you expected or less than you had hoped. Or a time when you were part of creating a vibrant green from your blue and someone else's yellow. Or a time when someone else's generosity changed you. Spend some time reflecting on giving and its impact on you personally and on others. And I close our time of meditation with these words from the Reverend Tina DeYo. Every act of kindness, generosity, or love overflows its original bounds. Our acts of kindness, generosity, and love multiply. Stewardship is a call to transformation. Stewardship is an invitation to do new things in relationship with people in this community and beyond your walls. Generously giving of your time, your talents, and your treasure to this congregation is a radical act of hope that has ripple effects that continue to multiply in people's lives and in the world. We give because we are invested in the creation of beloved community for all. May it be so.
We invite you into a time of rituals. If you would like to light a candle or do one of the other rituals on the east side while we sing. Some of you may have seen in the mail a brochure for this stewardship season, and the campaign's tagline is, "We give to transform hearts, open minds, and nurture spirits." And today we're going to offer just some little vignettes or stories about ways in which this congregation has done just that for some of us, and we hope that it will trigger some memories for yourself of ways in which one of or all three of those things have happened for you. Now, I came to Valley UU right at the end of our shutdown during COVID. It was a leap of faith for all of us, I think, to look for and accept settled ministry on the other side of a deeply unsettling experience. But this congregation is celebrating 60 years of life, love, challenges, and triumphs this year. And this place holds many stories of resilience and restoration. We have one member who has been with us for the majority of those years, having joined in 1970. That's 55 years. And you may know that I'm referring to Joanne Smith. Now, I asked her if I could share a story about her here today, even though she's not able to be here in person. And she said yes. And she'll be watching online, so like she usually does when she can't be with us. Now, Joanne is 88 years young, right? I sincerely hope I am like her in my 80s. She's still learning and growing and challenging herself to be her best self. Also, y'all, I don't have a picture up of her, but Joanne has style. I don't know, somehow she's simultaneously OG and hip. She's also brave. A couple years ago, when we hired Reverend Sam Wilson to lead us in some conflict transformation work, Reverend Sam invited us to do some small group ministry called the Spirituality of Conflict. And I know that sounded scary to a lot of people. It might still sound scary to you. And about 35 souls agreed to join a small group, and Joanne was one of them, and so was I. In fact, we ended up in the same small group. And we were invited to choose to look at a situation, either where we had experienced harm or where we understood ourselves to be causing harm, to practice the skills of conflict transformation. And Joanne very bravely and vulnerably chose that second option. And it was her honest reflections on her own challenges in repairing an important relationship that called me to also do deep work and to be brave. I figured if she could keep growing spiritually and emotionally, none of us were off the hook. This work together made it possible for another transformational experience that I had here. It was a couple years ago, a little less than that, in 2024, when Transgender Day of Visibility fell on Easter. And I had a plan to connect the two in my sermon in the service that year. I was prepared to share with you all about how the Easter message is also a message of love and transformation for transgender and non-binary folks. Now, the problem was the title published didn't do a very good job of telling you how and why I was going to connect the ideas of Transgender Day of Visibility and Easter. And at some point, I became aware that some folks were concerned that I was going to do something really disastrous on Easter, which honestly, y'all, coming from UUs who aren't really of the same mind about the place of Easter in our theology, was also a little discombobulating. By this time, Joanne and I were texting buddies, and she sent me a text sharing her concerns that maybe I was about to embark on something ill-advised. And friends, I was also feeling a little defensive. I had spent a lot of time reading and thinking and preparing this particular service. I was excited about it. And I could have written a long, explanatory text or email with all the details of what I was doing and why. And I could have reacted a little and sent a little annoyed missive. Or I could have just ignored her text. I could have gone and complained about her text to somebody else, right? I mean, we've all made all of those mistakes with someone before, right? But this was someone who trusted me to tell me her concern, someone willing to be vulnerable and courageous, and she honored our relationship and wanted me to know how she was feeling, and also that she was looking out for me. So I wrote back from a place of trust and connection, and I simply asked her to trust me. And I promised her that I wasn't going to ruin Easter, and she generously granted me that trust. Trust is always a two-way street, right? Well, I will tell you that Transgender Day of Visibility and Easter were woven together through song and story in ways that I think Jesus would have approved of. And after the service, Joanne was in the back, and she found me, and she gave me a big hug, and she whispered an apology. And I thanked her for trusting me in sharing her concerns and in giving me the grace of letting them go. Now, Joanne hasn't been the only one to inspire me. And these last 3 years, I've been moved over and over again by this congregation's courage to say yes to hard work and hard conversations, to try new things, and to engage deep learning together. I've been grateful for the moments when we stayed in conversations long enough to really understand each other and to see the other side of a conflict or challenge. Keeping our hearts open, even when we aren't sure, is something we have to practice. Now, in this congregation, we have many opportunities to transform our own hearts and each other's hearts as we build community and honor our relationships with one another. So in my experience, transformations of the heart are also never one way. They are the result of people being willing to make a leap of faith in moments of uncertainty and to make room for unexpected outcomes of joy and delight and connection. So our next two speakers will share their own stories of being changed by this congregation. We're going to have just a little moment in between.
Keep your heart wide open, though the waves want to push you around. You gotta keep your heart wide open till your faith brings you back to solid ground.
Good morning. I can't tell you how overjoyed I am to see everyone here this morning. I love you guys. I'm Debbie Simpkins, and my pronouns are she and her. My husband, Rick Hendricks, and I have been at VUU since 1987, when we arrived in Mesa with 2 small children and a third one on the way. My family was raised in this congregation, and the members and friends I've known all these years continue to be our family here in Arizona. I thank you all for that. I've been asked to speak this morning on our campaign theme, We Give to Open Minds. I was part of the group that came up with these themes during a workshop led by Tricia Amato, and I have a confession to make. When we chose open minds as a reason to give, I was honestly thinking about the minds of other people. You know, those people, our neighbors and friends who need to open their minds. And then it happened, another aha moment courtesy of the amazing Reverend Sarah, who asked me to speak on this topic. And I realized, hey, Debbie, we're talking about opening your mind too. So I will admit that over the years, there have been many times when a sermon, a conversation, a volunteer activity, or even a social event at VUU has opened my mind in unexpected ways. Volunteering at Paz de Cristo to take food to people hiding in the Chandler orchards when my children were little put a human face on immigration issues that changed me profoundly. A Thanksgiving sermon on the theme, "If we share, there is always enough," gave me a new way of looking at generosity. Watching Reverend Kelly Walker involve our whole congregation in music, and now Meg, has helped me understand that music is for everyone, not just the gifted and talented. I could expand on any of these experiences and list many others, but this morning I'd like to tell you about one in particular. The time we decided together to change the name of this congregation from Valley Universalist Church to Valley Unitarian Universalist Congregation. Well, I mixed that up, didn't I? The debate, and believe me, it was a debate, began when two members raised in the Jewish faith brought up the idea that congregation maybe was a little more inclusive than church. I did not agree. I mean, I'd grown up in a Protestant denomination. My personal theology was definitely Christian-based, and honestly, I had already agreed to trade the real words of the hymns for the 7 principles and sources that defined Unitarian Universalism at that time. In my opinion, which I thoroughly believed was the right opinion, VUU was a church. It had been called a church since its days of meeting in a Tempe pizza parlor, and that was that. Eventually, we held a congregational meeting to vote on the proposed change. And for the first time in weeks, rather than speaking my truth, I made a real effort to listen to opposing counsel. They spoke about how difficult it had been for them to leave Judaism and to start attending a UU congregation, and how much they felt they belonged at VUU. But they also explained that the word church felt hurtful and exclusionary to them. Even though they wanted to be part of VUU, they could never join a church. How would they ever be able to tell their Orthodox family members that they were now attending a church? At that moment, it dawned on me, like bingo, that every Sunday, when we all repeated the words, "No matter where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here," that the very name congregation, the very name of our congregation, Valley Unitarian Universalist Church, said the opposite to some. Was calling ourselves a church worth closing the doors on anyone? I mean, if you are truly a welcoming community, don't you have a sacred obligation to ask the people you're trying to welcome what they need to feel at home here? I was wrong. I opened my mind to another perspective. I opened my mind, and believe me, I take great pride in thinking I have an open mind, and I gotta admit, sometimes it's pretty firmly closed. I spoke in favor of changing to congregation, and I voted the same. Sometimes, I think that as adults, we've never really grown past the stage of child development that psychologists call theory of mind. This is the time when small children truly cannot understand that everyone else doesn't think the same thoughts they do or want the same things they do. Everyone who's ever experienced a full-blown toddler temper tantrum knows that this is the way tiny kids think. I think that a lot of us, including me, are still a bit stuck in this phase as adults. I mean, have you ever caught yourself saying that you attend VUU because you want to be in the company of like minds? When I reflect on this story and others about times that my mind has been opened here, I realize how much fuller and richer my life is when I've made the effort to open my mind, to truly hear a different viewpoint, and I've been unafraid to be changed by the experience. This opportunity to grow in a safe and nurturing space among people I consider family is one of the many gifts that VUU has given me. Over the next couple of weeks, as our pledge campaign unfolds, you're going to be invited to open your own mind by attending a cottage meeting. Take advantage of this opportunity to hear why someone else comes to VUU, what their dreams are for this congregation. Get to really know the people that you sit next to, that you've chosen to spend your Sunday morning with. We give to open minds. Thank you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and...
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Good morning. I'm Barbara, pronouns she, her. And Debbie, thank you. That was just heartbreakingly beautiful. I've been asked to talk about nurturing spirit. In Valley Unitarian Universalist congregation, that means all y'all, nurtures my spirit in so many ways. And I am just so incredibly grateful for this community. You've seen and accepted me through many life changes and helped me heal along the way, no matter how quirky my latest woohoo happens to be. You're always there. You're always there supporting and encouraging me. I was a worship associate for 20-some years, which is where much of the nurturing happened. First of all, to be a woman in the pulpit never happened in my religion of origin. And so that was already so nurturing. And for those of you who know me, I tend toward the mystical, or to be kind, the philosophical in my theological pursuits. And I'm always touched after I share some new quirky way of thinking I'm pursuing that you listen to and find something inspirational in what I've said. It's quite amazing, really, and something I never take for granted. And I've explored many topics over the years and sprinkled them with Zen Buddhism, philosophy, theology, poetry, including rap lyrics, which I think of as poetry. I snuck it in now and then, y'all. And popular culture, such as Star Trek references. And who can forget the annual tear-soaked reading of the Declaration of Independence? Or the year I invited a member to read it in its entirety, including the crimes against the king with a bow tie. And years ago, I wondered whether Abraham Lincoln and UU theologian Theodore Parker had ever met. I emailed a professor who is a Lincoln expert, and he kindly answered, saying they probably knew of each other, but it was unlikely they had ever met. What might they have said to each other, I wondered. So I wrote a short one-act play for the 4th of July service in which Lincoln and Parker meet in a Starbucks line. Just some UU shenanigans, as Reverend Sarah says. Rick Heinrichs, Debbie's husband, he's here today, was a dashing Abe Lincoln, and he even procured a stovetop hat. And I was the barista. Parker was played by a member who has since moved away, but Parker was a staunch abolitionist. He's behind Lincoln, and he asks Lincoln his thoughts about slavery, because Parker thought that Lincoln should be more forthcoming. Yeah, there was all the Union thing, but really, dude, what do you think about slavery, actually? And this short play was the sermon part of the Sunday service. While not Broadway ready, to me, it reflected principles of Unitarian Universalism. Through Parker, we affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person. And perhaps through Lincoln, we honor the right of conscience and the use of the democratic process. The two historical figures represented the stakes inherent in our faith and how they are intertwined here at VUU and in our nation's Constitution. Perhaps the most precious nurturing has come from your unconditional support. You see, my family of origin was not a place where I could safely share my quirkiness. So your acceptance of my quirky spiritual journey means more than I can ever say. Additionally, you've taught me how to be in community. I'm so grateful. I love you. And please give generously to our campaign this year and come to my house tomorrow for the cottage meeting. Thank you.
Come forward. Let's think about the following quote from Howard Thurman. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive.
Please join
if the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me.
Oh, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? By me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me.
Hi again. This year, I have the special honor of chairing the Stewardship Committee. It's an honor that I don't take lightly, as I know that while stewardship is all about the ways we care for one another in our congregation, the Stewardship Committee has the task of organizing the annual pledge drive. And our financial contributions are vital to supporting all the ministries of our congregation. This year, we are doing something different. We invite each and every one of you, longtime members and first-time visitors, to sign up to attend one of 14 cottage meetings. In these small groups, we'll each have a chance to share about what we value, to share what we value about VUU, as well as our hopes and dreams for its future. At the end of the meeting, you'll be invited to confidentially make your pledge. And as a matter of fact, there is a cottage meeting happening this afternoon at 1 o'clock right here in the Flex Room. And if you get a wild idea that you'd like to stay, we're serving a light lunch, and we'd love to see you there. So why change things up? First of all, because we want stewardship to be an enlivening experience rather than a transactional one. Our pledges are about more than funding a budget. They're about investing in what we deeply value. Second, we want to hear and collect your stories about why VUU is important to you and what you hope happens in the future. Finally, we want to be sure folks are clear about our goals and this one-time 18-month pledge campaign that we're using to make our pledge year match our program year going forward. It's been a big undertaking, and I'm grateful that I haven't done it alone. As a matter of fact, I haven't even done most of it. I have the best, most wonderful group of people working on the stewardship committee, and the talent, the depth of talent and the depth of their commitment to VUU just astonishes me every day. I want to thank Linda Muth, Ramonda and Jose Sosa, David Shea, Linda Horton, Jim Horton, Jody Freeman, Carl Anderson, Brian Porter, Linda Stenham, Joel Sanish, Tricia Amato, and Bobby Riles, and Beverly McCormick for all the work that you've done this far and all the work you're going to do in the next month. So, I also want to say that we have many hosts who have volunteered to hold a cottage meeting at their home or here at VUU. And we have volunteer stewards who will be doing the presentations or facilitating the discussion at these cottage meetings. And right now, if you are a steward, I would like to invite you to come forward. Surprise. There are a few people missing this morning, and I guess we'll catch up with them later. Well, okay. Monda's hard at work signing up someone for a cottage meeting right now. All right. These fine people gathered yesterday to be trained as facilitators for the cottage meetings by Reverend Lydia. As part of that training, many of them made their own pledges to this year's pledge drive. We have 9 pledges in as the foundation for our drive. So far, we have pledged $92 for fiscal 26-27, and a total of $75,438 for this 18-month time period that the campaign covers. Now we would like the congregation to covenant with the stewards for the work that they will be doing. Stewards, if you could read what's on the screen, either in back of you or over there. Congregation, committed to the dreams and hopes of this congregation, we accept the responsibility for turning those hopes and dreams into reality. We commit ourselves with hearts and helping hands to make personal connections and build community with you. We commit ourselves to make time in our busy lives to participate in a cottage meeting. We commit to prepare for the conversation by reflecting upon our relationship with the congregation and engage in friendly conversation about our shared future. And everyone together. Is it up there? Oh, we did that part already. I'm sorry. No? Okay. Dreams and concerns. We promise to create a setting of deep listening and conversation administration with a time for confidential pledging. We commit ourselves to generosity of spirit and promise to support our programs to the best of our ability. Everyone. We commit ourselves to enjoy each other's company, to respect each other's ideas, perceptions, and beliefs, and to have a good time while raising funds to ensure the future health of our congregation. Thank you.
Thanks for learning Heart Wide Open with us this week, and we can add that to our we'll say hymnal of songs. And then going back in time and doing some oldies but goodies, which this is one by Johnny Nash, I Can See Clearly Now. We hope you'll stand if you're able and would like to for our closing. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Although it might rain. Let's see, right? 1, 2.
The rain is gone, the rain didn't come.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. 1, 2, 3, and look all around. There's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead. There's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Last one. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Woohoo! Quick reminder that we have a new to VUU class today after service over in the other side of campus. So if you want to join us, if you don't have to sign up if you forgot, just come join us. And of course, the first cottage meeting. Friends, I know that most of us won't be in one place long enough to belong to the same congregation for 55 years. But I also know many of you were UUs in other places, and I know that being a member of a congregational community offers us life-sustaining and life-changing experiences, not because we are infallible, but precisely because faithful and fallible are two sides of the same coin, and we learn and grow together when we can accept that truth about ourselves and each other. Showing up together with honesty and conviction is the superpower that allows us to transform hearts, open minds, and nurture spirits, including our own. So, as we extinguish the chalice, though we extinguish the chalice, our connection to each other and this community remains. May its light guide us this week as we walk the path of justice, speak words of love, and fill our world with compassion until we meet again. Go in peace. Stay for cake. I have tons of cake, vegan and gluten-free, and hope that, and a big one that's all the bad things. So stay and enjoy each other today and the sun.
When people keep repeating that you'll never fall in love, when everybody keeps retreating, but you can't seem to get enough. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. Open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. When everything feels over, when everybody seems unkind, I'll give you a four-leaf clover. Take all worry out of your mind. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. Open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. I have the key to your heart. I can stop you from falling apart. Try today, you'll find this way. Come on and give me a chance to say, let my love open the door. It's all I'm living for. Release yourself from misery. There's only one thing's gonna set you free. That's my love. That's my love. Let my love open the door. 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 When tragedy befalls you, don't let it drag you down. Love can cure your problems. You're so lucky I'm around. Let my love open the door. Let my love